Well, the radar says the heavy stuff still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Well, the radar says the heavy stuff still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Buffalo Bills. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway in Foxborough. Sullivan. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. They run it with Carson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. He finds his man complete. That's Sullivan. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 5 yards, and that means they come up short, as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Patriots take over.
Mike, 40. Alert 3, alert 3.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Herbert on first down now. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the Patriots who got the win on the road, so they'll look to finish off the sweep here in Foxborough. Second and 10. A carry here for Hunt. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
From the 16, Allen. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Foxborough to capture the season series. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Allen. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now it's Carson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Let's get that ball, Dean. Let's get that ball right here. Mike, 51.
On play action, Allen airing one out for Crowder. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Pats are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 45. Mike.
On first down, it's Herbert. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. They'll run with Hunt, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Let's go right here now. 49's the mic. Watch 49. You remember me? You remember 60. Trap 60. 49.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert.
Check.
This one caught by Ridley. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back to throw here, Herbert. Flushed out right. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check.
On 2nd down now. It's Carson, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. And here's Hofrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Mike's 49.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20.
Get off the field.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Justin Jefferson, 81 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Allen. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Carson.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. This is Carson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Allen now looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Sullivan. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Juwan Bentley. And the Patriots are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Eluding the pressure right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
To throw again on second down, Herbert. And he's got this to Jefferson. And all the way down to the 26. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Mike 10. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Dancing to his left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Ten's the mic. Here we
Now it's Herbert.
Here I come again.
Swings this out for Hunt. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Herbert. And he will find Ridley on the left side. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Calvin Ridley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. It's a squib kick picked up near the 25. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
It's going to be a long...
This is Hunt. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Looking for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Point after, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there for New England.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On first down, Justin Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Tens the mic.
They run right side with Hunt. Space to run past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Kareem Hunt, 34 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Sullivan. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Sullivan. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
On second down, it's Sullivan. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Throwing now is Allen. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. T. Higgins. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. Extra point safely through. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point up and through. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Calvin Ridley, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Sullivan. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Uncorks one for Davis, and that is incomplete.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play, you come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. Bring it.
To the air, Allen.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They run again with Hunt. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Kareem Hunt His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Coup for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. Sullivan. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On second down now, it's Carson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He'll find Gabriel Davis. Oh, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
On first down, Allen. He finds his man, complete. It's Collins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Allen's throw is complete, and they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. Operating from the red zone now. Allen, he finds his man, complete. It's Sullivan. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
Allen now on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Josh Allen keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Takes it at the 7. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Flushed out right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Dietrich Wise Jr. in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
70 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Second and 12.
They'll run again with Hunt. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Mike 38, Mike 38, Mike 38.
Now Allen. And this one is incomplete. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Go, go, go.
Allen. He'll find Metcalf. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the pass, they earn one final victory and finish the regular season at 13-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's been a sinking ship all season, to be frank, as they finally draw the curtain on what will be a 2-15 year. And you have to figure that this is a team that will look a whole lot different come training camp next July. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.